because it wasn't nothing wrong with the old layout. But nevertheless, this is what you get for free. Shout out to Haps. um, I named this Happy Holidays for a couple of reasons. Um, and you know, people across the world celebrated Christmas. Those who celebrate Christmas, there are some that don't celebrate Christmas. Um, and you know, some people have lost loved ones. People who feel that it's just not it's just not right. And here's why. On a number of reasons, um, the COVID this COVID-19 is not going nowhere. The Omicron or whatever this new variant is that's taking over, and people are scared to get vaccinated. Um, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that made this Christmas kind of a little somber for some. Uh, like I said, the loss of a loved one who you know that made Christmas. You got that family member to come over every year, and just it's not right without them. Just as soon they come, Christmas is good. you know and then you have all of this outside stuff like killing, crime, shootings. Here in Baltimore, we have this plague that's going on with shootings. Everybody is shooting everybody. And then we have the COVID-19, who at once was really like slowing down to me. But then you got a new variant that's out, and a lot of people now are sick. Um, I'm not on here to, talk about that. I look at situations, and I try to share some light in some situations, that amidst of everything that's wrong, we have to find it in our hearts to make it right, especially in this day and age. You know, Whereas it is plainly clear that some things are not right, we have to find it in our hearts, in our minds, to make it right. Now, I know what you're saying, like put on a front. No, I'm not saying put on a front. I'm merely saying that you are here. You woke up that day. And for those who were able to give a gift or receive a gift, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? What's good with you? Um, those of you who are here to receive a gift, to give a gift, or just be present now, then that is the most precious gift that anyone can receive during this holiday season. You have people that are not fortunate as you, and did not get anything. They didn't get a card. They didn't get a phone call. They didn't get uh they didn't get a gift when they woke up. But the gift that they did get is that they woke up, and they saw another day. I look at holidays a little different. I look at this holiday, I look at Christmas a little different. Is that uh it's I I look at it a little different. Uh, I don't know who you are. Um, it says anonymous Facebook user. Please announce who you are. Um, but thank you for tuning in. I look at Christmas a little different because Christmas now is commercialized, very commercialized. So we are programmed to go out and shop. We are programmed to send a gift. We are programmed to feel bad when we don't give a gift. That's how Christmas is now in today's society. It is so commercialized. Santa Claus, shopping, it is so commercialized. And I'm not here to tell you how to think. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but you know, I just look at it so differently that, if you wake up, if you were blessed to wake up, that is the most precious gift that you could receive any and every day. Any and every day. So if anybody is hearing this and you are blessed to hear this, you know, just consider yourself thankful. Be grateful. Stop complaining because there are people out there walking on this good green earth, God's green earth, that don't have anything right now. And I'm not just talking about COVID. I'm talking about in general. They don't have anything. Anything. No family, no home, no money, no job, nothing. Consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself chosen. I struggle every year because I lost my mom, I lost my dad. I lost my dad actually first at a young age, 13. I lost my mom shortly after that at the age of just turning 18. And I lost my brother and my grandmother. So those people are not with me physically, but they are in my heart. And that is the drive that, you know, that makes me continue to do all things. I can merely tell you that it's good out that the good outweighs the bad. I can merely just tell you that. I can't tell you how to live. I can't tell you how to speak or think or do, but know that if you sit down and think for a minute how blessed you are amidst of everybody else that's out there. People are walking around no homes, homeless. People are walking around no job, nothing to eat, and you're waking up in a beautiful house. You're surrounded by family. You're eating good. You got a good job. What are you complaining for? What are the reasons that you're complaining? Now, like I said, if you know there's people out there, and my hearts go out to them each and every day, each and every day. So what are you complaining for? There's no room for complaints. And like I said, cause this Christmas I tried. I really did, people. I really tried. I tried every day. I tried to get in the spirit, couldn't. I played Christmas music, couldn't get into it. I put up the tree. We got a tree, a beautiful tree that I put up every year. Couldn't get into it. I wrapped gifts. Thank you. Who that anonymous person that is watching. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't know if you're a sir or ma'am. I thank you for watching. I tried to get into the spirit today. I tried everything. I tried Christmas music. I tried wrapping gifts. I tried, you know, conversations, talking about Christmas and things of that nature. I just could not get into it, knowing that there is something else that's pulling me away. There's a distraction. But the ultimate thing that I woke up on Christmas Day and I prayed and I said, God, thank you. And I said, thank you. And I'm most grateful for saying that thank you to him. That a lot of people didn't even think to say thank you that day. They was just worried about how many gifts I got. How many gift cards I'm gonna get, how much money I'm gonna get, you know? And I'm just merely telling the truth. You see what I'm saying? Don't shoot the messenger. That's how a lot of people thought on Christmas Day. But you got to keep in mind, people, that Christmas is so commercialized now. So commercial, it been commercialized. You know, when we was little, and we saw those commercials that started in October, right after right after right after Halloween, then Thanksgiving. You got Halloween, then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then that round Halloween, round October, they starting to play commercials about toys, getting you ready, you know, getting the kids excited. Like, oh, I want that. You know, when you was little, you wanted everything. And so your mom or dad or your mom or your dad or whomever you lived with had to go out and buy it. So that's the trick. You see what I'm saying? And it's still like that today. You see what I'm saying? Please understand, I'm not here to tell you don't buy a toy for your child. Don't buy this. Don't celebrate. Who am I to tell you that? If you celebrate Christmas, you celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Christmas. I'm just merely saying I couldn't get into the spirit. But this is going to make you think though. Christmas is every day. Christmas is every day. Every day. Christmas is not just one day. Christmas is every single day. Every single day. I, you know, when my son was little, my son is 19 now. He's working, uh, and you know, I toys for him is gone. PlayStation and all that's gone. And he's working. So as long as you working, I ain't buying your jack. That's my take on it. And I'm like, you know, I think I can speak for just about, half of the people that's watching. Um Toys R Us kid, the Toys R Us kid. I think it's me that is not showing, but the Toys R Us kids. I think it's me that's not showing, but hey, Dina, what's up? How you doing? my mentor. Oh my God, yes. Um, yeah. Like I was saying, my son is 19, soon to be 20. He'll be 20, well, next year. 2022, and he's working. So I'm not, I'm not buying no more toys. I'm not buying no more, game systems. All of that is gone. You see what I'm saying? Buy me something. That's how I look at it. But when you was little, you wanted everything. And yes, Dina, Toys R Us was the spot. There ain't no Toys R Us no more. No kids now do not know how it felt to go to a toy store on a Saturday morning or a Friday morning, Saturday morning. Do you know how much that felt? OMG, Becky and them. Like to walk in the toy store, authentic. You not shopping. This is way before internet. I'm showing my true age. You walk into a toy store. You had KBs. You had Toys R Us. Toys R Us people was the empire of toys. They had a Toys R Us. I remember they had a Toys R Us. Where was that mall? Was it Mondawmin? I think it was Mondawmin. And Lord forbid, you know, they had a toy store in Columbia Mall. I think Columbia Mall had the biggest toy store. Yay, Quinn, what's up, man? Yes, it has been a minute, man. What's good with you, bro? Yo, Columbia Mall here in Baltimore had the biggest toy store ever. I remember going to Columbia Mall with my brother who passed away, and we walked past the toy store, and it was so funny because he tried to walk fast, and he thought that I didn't see it. And I looked over. I said, "Oh, oh, snap! We gotta go in there." And he took me in there. He took me in there. He took me straight in there. Um, yes, yes, thank you, sir. Same to you, sir. Same to you. Hope you and your family are blessed or had a great holiday. Had a blessed holiday. Same to you, sir. Thank you. Um, so he tried to walk past the toy store. So the toy store is huge. It took up like block wise, if you want to be rational, it took like 1.5 blocks. I'm not joking. Like the toy store in Columbia Mall was big. And we went there. I don't know what he was going there for, but we passed the toy store. And I said, "Oh, we got to go in there." And of course, the love for his little brother, we go into toy store. And out of all of the toys that was in there, right? I got a model. It was a model. I want to say a model. It was either a model car. It was something that you had to put together. Remember models? You put the models together, not the Legos or the puzzle pieces. I'm talking about authentic models that you had to put together piece by piece. And I picked that up because I remember he said, "I gotta go. You gotta run in, get something, and run back out because I gotta go." And what do I get? A model. And I, I, I ain't putting no model together. That was my other brother, Timmy, who was the model expert. This boy, I mean, hey, he was very gifted well, he is gifted. He's still here with me. He is gifted with his hands, and watching him unfold this piece of paper, the instructions, and putting intricate parts together was just amazing. And I'm like, how in the blue hell uh did you do that? Like, oh my God. And he put the puzzle together. And so he was putting one model together. And I said, Timmy, can you put this together? Can you put this one together? And it took him a month before he put it together. Cause I kept bugging him. And he finally put it together for me. And man, the toy store people, the toy store. Now, and notice I'm saying toy store, the actual place. You're not going online. You're not uh finding it online no more. It wasn't no internet shopping when I was little. We never we didn't even the internet wasn't even thought of. Maybe it was and we just didn't know. But we wasn't shopping on the internet. And it was like, man, every toy that you could possibly imagine. I was a Toys R Us kid. I remember my mom used to say, "Your ain't getting none of my money, but I would get something anyway." Right, right, right. My mother used to say that Toys R Us is not getting my money today. They the days that I remember. They were the good old days, buying toys and Christmas, waking up early, 5 o'clock in the morning, like going to bed, and yeah, I can hear people downstairs. My mother's like, "All right, it's time to go to bed," and you wake up and it's like the tree is surrounded with toys, presents, me and my sister. I remember that. But that was the good old days. And then, like I said, when my son was born, and that was the Tickle Me Elmo phase, and the joy to even go out and buy the doll, and his face when when he woke up on Christmas morning and came down and saw the Tickle Me Elmo, and he played with that thing like all day, you know. And the joy then now it's like, truly. And I didn't understand this when they said Christmas is for kids. When I was little, they said Christmas is for kids. And I stopped and I wondered, I said, will there ever be a moment where I would not feel Christmas? I really did. Now having this conversation with you guys, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transporter, Ninja Turtles, Nerf, guns, Segas, and Nintendo is my yes. Thank you. Yes, He-Man. I never owned a He-Man doll. Never. I'm gonna talk about that when I talk about this. Um, but thank you, Quinn, for bringing that up. But when I was little, I had to ask myself. I said, Will there ever be a time where I don't feel Christmas?" And I really answered my question that I don't feel Christmas. See what I'm saying? I especially this year, I didn't feel it at all. Besides all the things that is going on, tragic, COVID, the loss of a loved one. Uh, I right now have original He-Man and Skeletor. Right, right, right. Um, so yeah, I this year did not feel it. Didn't feel it. But moving on to He-Man, I gotta talk about this. I did not own any He-Man action figures. Didn't. I remember making the news for fighting another person over the Cabbage Patch doll. I just had to get my nephew one. Whoa. Yes. Cabbage Patch Kids. Yes. Um, I did Quinn. I did not have a He-Man. I did not have a He-Man action figure at all. And as much as I wanted one, because I'm small. I'm little. I don't have a job. I ain't got no money. So of course I had to ask my brother. And he wasn't trying to kick out well, how much was He-Man at the time? $5? It was like $4 or $5. But the boy across the street, I forget his name. And that's gonna mess with me the whole day. He had every last He-Man toy. Every last one of them. Having found for 10 years, kids too old. I'm gonna need some grandkids to get in the spirit. Plus, I had to quarantine this year, shaking my damn head. No He-Man for me either. Right. Boy across the street, I forget his name. It starts with a T. And he had Prince Adam. He had Prince Adam. He was one of them kids. He was spoiled. He was spoiled. His mama spoiled the hell out of him. He had every toy imaginable. And he would bring out his toys just to rub it in our face. That's the part I didn't like. He would bring out his toys. He had a big ass, like a duffel bag full of He-Man toys. He had He-Man toys, G.I. Joe, Transformers, you name it, he had it. And he had the castle. He had all of it. He had the one where you hit in the chest and it dent. He had that. I was like, stop playing. But what he did was, you couldn't borrow his toys. Couldn't borrow. You know how you trade toys and give it back the next 2 days and stuff like that. He ain't do that. He didn't do that. He will make you pay money to borrow his toys. Oh yeah, he was a little rich. He was a little hustling, little red hair. He had red hair. He had red hair. And you describing me, you making me feel bad. Yo, he had all the toys in duffel bags, right? And if you wanted to borrow one of his toys, he will charge you. I think it was like $1. It was either 50 cents or $1. And you get to hold the toy for 3 days and you had to return it. You had to return it, right? And but you don't get your money back. You had to return it. And I was like, yo. So I borrowed, I got, it was like at the library, when you borrow books and you gotta pay for that shit. And so I said, yo, I need the He-Man, I need Battle Cat and Skeletor with the swords, right? So that's one, two, three. So that was $3, right? Like I said, people, I'm young. I don't have no job, you know. Okay, I had to ask my brother. He was like, "Hey, Timmy, you got $3?" It was so funny. And so you give him the money, he'll give you the toys. You had to sign a contract. I am not bullshitting y'all. Like this was straight up him. You had to sign a contract. If you lose his toy, you would have to pay him. How much was it? I'm trying to think. Like $10 per whatever you borrowed. So if you borrowed three people, and if you lose three, you had to kick out $30. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? What's going on? I don't know who you are. Good morning. Um, please say who you are because it says anonymous person. Um, right. I hope he got a great job or a successful business now because at that age he was getting paid. Every kid around the block knew he had toys, right? Was his name Telly? No, it wasn't Telly. It wasn't Telly. Because Telly, I couldn't stand Telly. Um, I forget was it Terry? What's his name? Terry? I think his name was Terry. Hey, what's up, Lady J? What's good with you? I still need to talk to you. Still need to talk to you. Still need to get that interview from you. Um, yeah, so it was crazy because uh like he was a hustler, man. Like during the summer, he was selling snowballs. He had puppet shows. He was a hustler. He was getting paid. You see what I'm saying? And a couple of his puppet shows I wanted to go to. I'm young. I don't have money. I don't have the money. But I borrowed three of his men and I played with his men, and he give you 3 days. It's like 1, 2, 3. From the time that you get it, it's 3 days. And I borrowed three of his men. Heat Man, Battle Cat. And that was the thing. If he didn't have them, he'll tell you that he didn't have them or they was out. And then the funny part about that was he had to go out and get his stuff. He had to knock on the door and get it. You see him Saturday morning knocking on people's door, like you got my toys, you know. And then it came to the part where uh he stopped he stopped lending his toys out because people wasn't giving him back his toys. It was crazy. It was crazy. He had the He-Man, not the He-Man. He had the wrestlers. Remember the rubber band, the rubber joints, the big tall wrestlers. He had them. He had the wrestling ring. Dude just had everything. Dude, and it's funny because we never went to his house. Never went to his house. You know how kids, um, like yo, let's go over so and so house. Let's go. Never got in there. Never got in his house. Now, when he had his puppet shows was out the backyard, and you ain't going in the house. We tried. It's like, oh damn, Telly, can we use your bathroom? Nah, I can't go in my house. Go in that alley and pee in the alley. Hey vet, what's good with you? What's good with you? Yeah, you had to go in the alley and pee. Like you not going in Telly's house. You see what I'm saying? And it was crazy. It was crazy. Doing growing up in that era during that time, and they was the oh my God, they was the best days. We were so carefree. We had a care in the world. Um, our Saturdays, man, was like you have the feeling that you get knowing that you don't have to go to work the next day. That feeling that you get knowing that you don't have to go to work the next day. Your body knows that feeling, right? Your body said, "Hey, whoo, you don't have to work today." That's the feelings that I had when I was small. Saturday morning, Friday, after school, coming home, knowing that you do not have to go to school the next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. The best fucking feeling in the world. You get to stay up all goddamn right, right, vet. The best feeling in the world. Knowing that about 5, and I got slick with that. 5 o'clock in the morning, you're able to watch cartoons. And cartoons ain't going off until damn near 3 o'clock. And you know when the cartoons go off because they start playing kung fu movies. Remember that? Remember that feeling? Oh my God. They said you said 11. What's 11, Quinn? They asked me a long time ago. They said, if you had a time machine, what age would you go back to? And I said, wow, that's a good ass question. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, yeah, okay. 11 a.m. for me, it was 3 o'clock because I always managed to find some type of cartoon past 12. That was just me. I was just so like in my house because my mom or grandma would take the TV. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, but see, we had Quinn. We had the TV downstairs. We had the TV upstairs. We had a black and white TV upstairs. I ain't care. Shit, I had a very vivid imagination. I knew that Superman's suit was blue and red. So you just picture in your mind that his suit was blue and red, and you watched that black and white and knew what color it was. But um, damn, I forgot what I was saying. Oh shit. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what. Oh, the time machine. Um, all we had was one floor model until I got older. Right. Um, they asked me what age would I go back as far as the time machine. If I had a time machine, if I was able to get a time machine, somebody gave me a time machine, what age would I go back? And I said, wow, that's hard. Like, okay, so and then I bounced the question, and this was an actual interview. I wish I could find it. It was an actual interview, and they said, "What age, if you had a time machine, what age would you go back?" And I bounced it back on them. I said, "What ages can I go? Ages, because certain ages, certain things happen. Remember that." 16 or 15, 14, 13, you first time you kissed a girl, or girls, your first time you kissed a guy, your first kiss. 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one toy that you always wanted. So that 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. Please follow me on Habs TV. Okay, will do. Thank you for watching. Follow me, man. Um, those brackets, those age brackets, and I said to him, I said, yo, like Can I go back one like more than once? You see what I'm saying? 15 to 18 for me. 15 to 18. Yeah. Can and I said, can I go back more than once? Because in certain parts of my life when I was growing up, it was all fun. It was all fun. You see what I'm saying? It was no crime, it was less crime. And I said this in the podcast too. I said, I didn't know what crime was when I was little. And in my first experience, I'm sorry, my first experience with crime was that um somebody took my godfather's porch lawn chairs off of his porch. You know, it was so bad that when I woke up, I made it okay. All right. When we had a chore in order us for it to get allowance, we had a chore, and the chore was, don't laugh, my godmother and father who lived right next door to us where I was born. They had lawn chairs. It was a long couch, two end chairs. It was a long couch and two end chairs. And the cushions, they had to bring in the cushions off of those chairs. And our chore, me and my sister, in order us to get allowance, we were responsible for taking those cushions off of the chairs and bringing them to him. And when I went out, because at what? Damn, how old were we? Like 6 and 7, 8, probably 9 or something like that. That was the highlight of our damn day. Knowing that if I pick up this pillow and give it, all I had to do is put it in the house, I'm gonna get $2 or $3. And back then, people, $2, $3 was a lot of money. Let me tell you, y'all scratching your heads right now saying, "What the fuck? Like two, three, nine?" No, understand. Back then, $2, $3 can get you a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Hear me. So to get that $2, $3 for just taking up pillows, man, that was the highlight of our day. So I'll go out, scout, like, the pillow's out, the pillow's out. Yeah, the pillow's out. And we made it a business to go over at nighttime. You had to take them up at nighttime and give them to my godmother or my godfather. But I noticed that one day, when I was little, I had the radio and we used to listen to slapstick. But when we got a TV, it was a floor model and the hi-fi. With the hi-fi, oh, we thought we were rich. Cutting a whole yard with push mower or washing cars for $10 was my hustle. Right, right, right. So I went outside one day and I noticed that the lawn chairs were gone. I noticed that two of the lawn chairs was gone, and I freaked out. I freaked out, and I said, "Oh." So my first thought was, um, and we called my godmother and godfather Mr. and Mrs. I said, "Mr. Jones moving?" And I said, "He can't move. He can't move. Where are we going to get our allowance from?" And I was shocked. I was upset. And I ran back in the house. I remember I told my mother, I said, Ma, two of Mr. Jones' lawn chairs are gone. Is he moving? Is he moving? And she said, What? I said, two of the lawn chairs are gone. Me and Kim went outside and tried to take the pillows off the lawn chairs, and they gone. Did he move them in the house? Is that going to affect our allowance? I was upset. So we knocking on Mr. Jones' car. We knocking on Mr. Jones' door, and this is how you can identify that if people are home. You look for their car. And I said, I don't see Mr. Jones' car. Is he home? They moved. And sure enough, he pulled up. We was outside, and Mr. Jones, are you moving? And he was like, why you say that? And I said, your lawn chairs are gone. He said, yeah, somebody stole them. And I said, stole? I said, what's that? He said, taking things that don't belong to you. And I said, man, why would anybody do that? Believe it or not, people, that was the very first time that I ever experienced crime. To know that stole wasn't even in my vocabulary. I did not know what stole mean because it never happened. So I looked at him, I said, I felt bad. I really felt bad. I said, are you going to get any more lawn chairs? He said, maybe. And I said, this don't affect our allowance, will it? He said, nah, we still got the big chair. You can take the pillows off of the big chair and bring them in the house to me. I said, all right, good. But right after that conversation, people, when the lawn chair was out there, I checked like every 5 minutes just to make sure it was out there. And the crazy thing is that when I couldn't check, when I was asleep, because we had a roof and you couldn't see past that roof. And I used to get mad because I couldn't see past the roof. And I got mad one night, and my mother had to ask me and said, what's wrong? And I said, I can't see the long chair. I want to know if the long chair is still out there. Nobody can't stole. And I said, stole. I said, nobody can't stole the lawn chair. And she said, Ernest, it's still out there. The long chair is still out there. Don't worry. And I said, and it was in my heart. It was in my heart, people, that I wasn't worried about the money. I was just worried about people stealing his lawn chair. Because I never experienced that before. Never experienced crime. Didn't know what a gunshot sound like. Didn't know what people fighting look like. Didn't experience any people breaking into people's houses. Didn't experience any man beating up on a woman. Didn't experience any type of neglect on a baby. I did not experience any form of profanity, any robbery, any drug use, drug dealers. I didn't see that when I was little. Crazy, right? But now it's all in my face. All in my face. Every single day. And then when I was introduced, I wasn't introduced to drug dealers. When I knew what a drug dealer was, you couldn't tell. My brother, David, had a friend named Moon. And we used to call him Moon Glow because he had a bald ass head. Moon Glow was a drug dealer. But you couldn't tell. I would see Moon Glow every single day. Didn't know he sold drugs. But now you see him everywhere. And you know. And my brother pulled me to the side. He said, you know what Moon Glow do? I said, no. He said he sells drugs. I said, oh, he work at a drugstore, right? No, not that type of drugs. But is he a bad person? No, he cool. He cool. And Moonglow never sold drugs to kids. Wow. I know I took up a lot of your time and I was supposed to talk about the happy holidays, but I think I touched on that a little bit. Just taking the trip down. Right. Taking y'all down the little trip down memory lane from my childhood. But because my childhood was awesome. I can't remember a time where my childhood was not good. And sometimes you just got to sit down and think about how it used to be just to have some sense of peace, especially now. I often take trips down memory lane. Not a comparison type of thing, but I just love to think about how it used to be. Now the crazy part is that will it ever be like that again? Not in this lifetime. And it's sad because a lot of kids right now don't even know what penny candy is. A lot of kids don't even know what Radio Shack is. A lot of kids don't even know what certain music is. I'm just proud, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end this. I'm just glad that I was brought up or raised or born in an era where everything that was presented to me, it was appreciated. Right, right. Man, I'm just glad I was born in that era. I am just so thankful that I was brought up in that era, that I was able to see and appreciate great things where a lot of kids today are robbed from. Yeah. So I'm gonna end this with peace. I see you later. I'll probably hop back on here a little bit later. I don't know. But enjoy your day. Have a great day on purpose. Happy holidays. Let's get ready for this new year, 2022, and let's make it great. All right. Peace.